Welcome everybody to the Comedy Workshop. This is episode 405. Got a cool lineup tonight. We got Elizabeth Lopez with us. She's from New Jersey. She's up in New Jersey. And we got Brandon Williams. He's in Kansas City, Missouri right now. And I'll be your host, JD Dameron. I'm in Kentucky, and we're just going to try to work on our fun, man. This is a comedy safe space. If somebody says something you're offended by, then be tougher. I don't know what to tell you. But we're not setting out to hurt anybody's feelings or intentionally offend anybody. We're just trying to be funny and work on it. And we're going to take our time. Everybody's going to get everybody's got assigned topics. We're going to do 3 to 5 minutes of the assigned topic. We'll go through, give critiques. We'll come back around, and we'll do 3 to 5 minutes of our original material. And I'm going to let you guys. We'll start with you, Elizabeth, and we'll go to Brandon, and we'll let you all introduce yourself before we get going.
You start off with me? Sorry, yes, I was trying to share this on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty, so my word was negotiations.
We're just do the introduction right now. We'll come back to that.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just where you're from, how long you been doing comedy, stuff like that.
Oh, I'm Elizabeth Lopez. I'm from Hoboken, New Jersey. I've been doing comedy for 5 years. And I've been doing the workshop all pandemic. So I've had so many words thrown my way.
It's really cool because it's got me out of my comfort zone, like writing jokes about things I would never ever write jokes about. What about you, Brandon?
Yeah, same for me. That's why I enjoy coming and doing this. I'm originally from Atlanta, Georgia. Started doing stand-up comedy there back in 2009. A lot of these people weren't born then. No, I'm currently living in Kansas City, Kansas, the Kansas side of Kansas City. Fuck Missouri. Am I right, y'all? Yeah, I'm just happy to be here. I got my cool stuff behind me. Big Rick and Morty fan, and just happy to be writing jokes all the time. That's it.
Cool. I'm JD Dameron. Like I said, I'm in Kentucky. I've been in the comedy about 3-4 years. I'm gonna say 3 years because the pandemic hit and I lost a year. So, but I have a good time with it, man. You know, I think it's a lot of fun. I'm passionate about. I love getting on here and meeting new people. The workshop's been a godsend for me. Like, really enjoyed my time. And I'm happy to be hosting and helping Scott out and being a part of it. So, Elizabeth, without further ado, we'll get to you and your topic, and you can rock and roll.
Alrighty. As I said before, my topic is negotiations. This is a tough one for me, guys, because I'm the worst negotiator. And I think I'm the worst negotiator because I hate conflict. Conflict makes me feel like I farted in front of my boss. There's just really no other way to describe it but that. Not that I've ever done that before, but the night is young. You know, I've got more years of work. But I imagine if I farted in front of my boss, she would give me a raise. Yeah, no, just kidding. She would fire me. Yeah, she'd definitely fire me. It'd be the first time I was fired and laughed at the same time, though. You know, just like, get the fuck out. You know, that type of thing. Yeah, she would definitely tell me to go fuck myself if I farted. Yeah, my point is conflict just makes me very uncomfortable and it makes my dick soft. I mean, I don't. Did you know that there are stages of negotiation? So, okay, in preparation for this, I looked this up on Wikipedia, like I usually, that's my go-to for the workshop. So yeah, it really breaks down negotiations. I don't know what nerd like just decided to sit down in front of their laptop and just have at it on Wikipedia. But they had some really good information. So kudos to you, nerd. So yeah, there are stages to negotiation. Like one of them was put yourself in the other person's shoes that you're negotiating with. Now, I don't really like that idea of putting myself in another person's shoes personally, because what if that person is poor? You know, like you guys, I grew up poor. I can't relive that shit. I can't. You know, like not being able to afford an apartment that doesn't have roaches. I don't know. And just like, oh, I remember I hated like if I had pee in the middle of the night, then I'd go over and wake up my dad, who like was a Vietnam vet. So waking him up was like no easy feat. He'd always wake up with like the Viet Cong is coming type of thing. So I never liked waking him up. So I'd have to like endure that and then have him walk me all the way to the bathroom. So he would go ahead of me and turn on the lights in the railroad apartment. So he'd go one light, next room, next light. And those fuckers would just scatter as soon as the light turned on. It was disgusting. There was nothing funny about this. I'm so sorry. But basically, what my point is that I don't want to eat chopped up hot dogs anymore. You know, like I got a little more money. I can afford the chicken sausages from Trader Joe's. You know, I can't be in a poor person's shoes. I can't do it. So the next part of negotiation is to discuss each other's perceptions. Let's see, what do they say? Each individual should openly and honestly share his or her perceptions without assigning blame or judgment to the other. That sounds like group therapy, guys. I didn't know this was like a big part of negotiating. Yeah. And here's the thing about therapy. I've been in therapy for a long time, for a few years, but I gotta say my last session went really well. So well that like my therapist forgot to make an appointment with me to follow up. I guess she fired me. I mean, I did fart in front of her. Maybe that's why. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about my farts that are just powerful. People just like don't want to see me anymore. But yeah, and I'm an asshole, so I just never followed up with her. So I'm therapyless. It's like, ugh. I just feel very disconnected. Anyway, the next phase of negotiation is find opportunities to act inconsistently with his or her views. Be a flip-flopper? Oh, I don't know. That sounds really stupid. It says it's possible that the other party has prior perceptions and expectations. The other side can act in a way that directly contradicts those preconceptions. Okay, so this is taken out of like Trump's book, I think. I don't know. The next one is face saving. This approach refers to justifying a stance based on one's previously expressed principles and values in a negotiation. Do you ever just say like a bunch of words in a sentence and like you're like, oh shit, I'm nailing the pronunciation, but when you get to the period, you're like, what did I just say? I just had that moment now. I have no idea what I just said, but whatever. This is why I can never be a negotiator. That's what I got. Thanks.
All right.
Very good, very good. And what we'll do, we'll just go around the screen and let everybody give you feedback, and I'll pop up. Go ahead and show you the comment on the Facebook. Jim Music says bringing the fart back was good. So he's a fan of fart jokes.
Nice. Aren't we all?
Absolutely.
We're a fan of
All right,
art.
Brandon, go ahead.
I'm bringing farting back.
Yeah.
Was yours conflict negotiations? Was that your word?
Negotiations.
Oh, negotiations. Okay.
Yeah.
I like the line. And then I was just thinking about it. If you haven't farted in front of your boss, you don't know conflict. I like how that sounded. And then the only other thing I had was I got really stuck on the negotiation. Put yourself in their shoes. I think that's great. So I think there should be 2 rules to negotiating: never say no, and put yourself in their shoes. And then just be like, "What? Are you sure you want to release all the hostages and not keep one? Don't you want a helicopter with $10 million in unmarked bills to take you to an undisclosed location?" Like, you as the negotiator helping the fucking the hostage taker. I don't know. Stick with the farting. You'll go a long way, kid.
She's over here making armpit for us. All right. Serena joined us during your first set there. Serena, did you have any feedback?
I do. Like, I've never done this before, so thank you, Scott Porteous, for having me. But can we do tags? Can we?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So we're looking for tags. That's what we're looking for. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just, like, when you're talking about the cockroaches, I mean, like, after COVID, who wants to live alone is what I was thinking. But and then the affordability, then you can kind of, I thought, oh, like, you should totally throw it back and you can have like cockroach Sammys or something. I don't know. I'm weird. And then just because we're women, chicks, I don't fucking know. I'm not PC. So you know, when you're like, get to the period, I mean, periods end everything. So that's me.
So I wrote down 3 things. I think you should do the whole, like, negotiations. Never say no, and put yourself in their shoes. No. Like, you know, because like you said, no, right?
I like that.
You know, like, I don't want to put myself in their shoes. Well, they don't wear socks. They're, you know, disgusting people walking around without socks on these days. I don't know. Also, you said, you know, Trump's book. This is coming out of Trump's book, so I'm pretty sure we're about to get to the part where I get sued for cheating. I don't know.
Oh, put yourself in your shoes. I mean, and everybody's wearing fucking Crocs. Like,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Linked out
Yes,
Crocs.
that's perfect. Put myself in his shoes. He's wearing Crocs. Fuck that guy.
Have you ever heard of athlete's foot?
heard it. I live it.
Tough acting to enact it.
All right. Good deal. Good. Awesome. We will go to Brandon. Brandon, you have the floor. Give us your topic and fire away, man.
Okay, well, thank you guys. Glad to meet everybody tonight. My word was admirable people. What the fuck? That's a tough topic. Did you know the 18th century Irish statesman Edmund Burke once said, "Those who don't know history are destined to repeat it." He also said, "Woman is not made to be at the admiration of all, but the happiness of no one," because these hoes ain't loyal, y'all. Yeah, back in 17th century. I was going to write a bunch of jokes on admirable people, but I had to look up the definition for people. Actually, the definition of admirable is deserving respect and approval. Or check this out. Admirable could also mean arousing. When I was a kid, I used to admire my grandmother. Now I think I need to talk to someone about that. Admirable could also mean aroused, but it doesn't sound as good as me asking my girlfriend if she still gets admirable by me. Growing up, I'd go to business meetings with my dad, and before we go in, he'd say, "Be on your best behavior. All the men I admire most are in there." That's disgusting. I got hung up on that definition of admirable. Now when my girlfriend knocks on the bathroom door and asks me why I've been in there for so long, I can honestly say I was just admiring myself in the mirror. Oh, fuck. Actually, we watched the new Amazon Prime movie, The Tomorrow War, starring Chris Pratt. And at one point I go, "Why is he taking his shirt off just to get a device attached to his arm?" And my girlfriend goes, "I don't know, I'm starting to get real admirable right now." I said, "Me too." All right, I'm Brandon Williams. I did a minute and a half on admirable people.
So we'll just keep the same rotation. We'll go from Serena back to Elizabeth. Go ahead, Serena, fire away.
I like the idea, like when you were right off the get go, like your opening. Like I was like you could reinforce that. You'd be like, that's happily married or something. I don't know. And then just if you got women in the audience, you got to give it to your girlfriend for a comeback. Because when you're like, I was admiring, she goes, well, that's admirable. You know, like, give her some attitude.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Admiring yourself in the mirror was great. Thank God for Windex.
Yeah,
That's a line from Facebook, Jim Music. Thank you, Jim.
that's
I wrote
funny.
down because I thought the grandma line was really funny. Like you need to talk about it, but I would take it like a step further. Like, you know, when I was a child, my grandma used to really excite me, but now she's dead, and that really excites me. Like,
I mean,
My inheritance.
and that's all I think I wrote down. Man, it was a good job, Elizabeth.
Thank you so much.
I was just hung up on like you connecting admirable to did I even say that word right? Sorry, I can't speak.
Admirable, yeah. It's a
admirable.
tough word
Like
for me.
I had to think about it. Yeah. Anyway, when you connected it to like being aroused, it's fucking hilarious.
And
So
yeah.
I was just thinking of like hard dicks then. Like like maybe you can like add in different ways that you're admirable in that respect, or like, oh, I had to think about baseball, or my grandmother, and I to talk me down from being so admirable.
Yeah, I got to do hard math. I got to do some math real quick. I'm really,
Yeah.
I'm really good
There's a
at
bunch of admirable young women on Pornhub.
yeah.
You
Yes,
think they're admirable. I think they are, but no.
I'm glad it wasn't just me, because when I read the definition, it has like a couple things, and then one meaning could mean arousing, and I was like, huh? I'm 35 and I've been on this planet, and I know what admirable and admiration and admire means. I was like, wait, it means admire, arouse.
Yeah, like I've never jerked off to a history book before.
Yeah, and I just couldn't get, like, all of a sudden my mind went to one section in my brain. It was like, yep, you're just gonna write everything over being aroused.
That's awesome.
Researching Wikipedia, right, where everybody can add stuff. Right.
Yeah. I looked up admirable people. Don't click on images.
Is that Jim Jameson?
Yeah, trust me.
All right, Serena, you're up.
Thank you.
Whenever you're ready. First off, you give us a little introduction. How long you been doing comedy, where you're at, and all that stuff?
Oh, well, I took a hiatus from October on. I don't know anybody else take a hiatus at all. 10 years.
Okay, cool.
10 bloody years. Love it. It's an addiction. Wasn't supposed to be, but it definitely is. So yeah. I got to do a backyard comedy show yesterday. It was the first time in front of an audience since October. That was scary, but yeah. I'm a little still wired, I think. I don't know what you guys get all. I guess I shouldn't do that, towards the camera.
It's fine.
All right, my topic, like one of the things you get asked, like with, you always get asked stupid questions. Sorry, audience members, if you are watching at all, but like, I always get asked, about, have you ever had a bad haircut? And I'm like, fucking look at this. Does it look like I fucking, yeah, just be thankful it's in a braid and under a cap, because this screen isn't big enough for both of us. Fuck. Yeah, I know, bad haircut. I'm a child of the 80s. Jesus, need I say more? We rocked that world. And like, I once sported the most asymmetrical style. So it was like shaved on one side and long on the other. So I actually looked like a mannequin from like Marvel, like school of haircuts, right? And neither one of them should have fucking passed. It was terrible. I swore. Not doing corporates this year, I think. What am I saying here? No, like my worst haircuts by far is sport, like done by me. As a kid, there's no good haircut comes from grabbing your scissors and crawling under your grandma's bed. I'm tagging back to you, Brandon. Crawling under your grandma's bed and performing a haircut, even under fierce negotiations. Just throwing that one out there. But last year in COVID, I decided to go and cut my own hair, right? Because that's what you do. And my hair is naturally curly, like Diana Ross. Eat your heart out with crazy 80s hair. And I learned, I learned very fast. Can't even read my own writing. Like, you do not cut your naturally curly hair wet, right? Because it shrinks back on your forehead faster than a man in cold water. And so I actually looked like Betty Page got electrocuted. It was sad. And the last thing that I actually wrote was a haircut is only, let's see if I can read my own writing. A haircut is only as bad as you think going into it. Let's see, your haircut is only as bad as you go in expecting it to be great. It's just like sex. Makes sense. I'll just go back to my beer since I was burping at that entire set. Anyway.
Give it up for Sabrina. So I wrote down.
That's just like a comedy show too. I like the crickets. It was quiet. Liked it. Sorry.
I'm sorry,
I
guys.
was enjoying it. I was just smoking.
I wrote down a couple things. I feel like you should talk about mullets. I think mullets is a wealth of, you know, like you can do it all day long. And also, you know, it's like one of the worst things about being adults. I got a haircut day and nobody fucking said a thing about it. Fuck everybody. You know? Like, I remember going to school and like when you got your haircut, you went to school the next day. It's like, oh yeah, you know, people's like, oh, you got your haircut. Like now, nobody gives a fuck. It's weird. I hate it. Anyway, Elizabeth.
Oh my gosh. I cut my hair today, actually.
Nice.
The sides. I got my own clippers, so then I didn't have to waste any money doing it.
Yeah, this is the remnants of when I tried. So
I feel like I've had a lifetime of bad haircuts, so I can relate to this topic. But I think it's really funny that this is your topic and your hair is so freaking long.
Yeah.
Like, where do you even go with it? But I think you knocked it out of the park. I don't really know what else to say.
Brandon.
Yeah, they seem like to label some of us by giving us our topics. She's got long hair. I'm real admirable. I'm admirable easily. No, the idea of the long hair maybe getting caught in things. I started thinking about that. Like, have you shut it in a car door, or were you getting out in an Uber and you're like, no, wait, part of me's still in there. I don't know.
Or do you have to put it in a bun to wipe your ass?
Oh, pretty damn close. Yeah.
yeah.
Definitely after sex, I guess I can say.
Yeah. Do you ever tie the guy up with your hair as the rope?
Rapunzel over here.
Yeah. Is it, do the guys you date get envious of the length of the ponytail, you know, or something?
That's for women. That's 6 inches.
Yeah. For guys, that's that's a dream. No.
Oh, you know what's funny about that? 6
inches. Nothing's funny about
that. 6 inches for men, 6 inches for your hairstylist, and 6 inches for you are all different sizes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I just like the overall. You know, I liked how you were delivering it when you were in it. You know what I'm saying? So.
And not doing that.
I don't know what I meant by that, but I just meant like I like the overall atmosphere of you delivering the jokes. I mean, I thought it was well crafted.
Oh, thank you.
Dig your vibe. That's what you're saying, I think. Okay, so it's on to me now. I got baking, and I'm going ahead and apologize now. I got this about 9:15, so I didn't write a whole lot, and what I got's kind of shitty. But here we go.
Baked? No, sorry.
I wish I was. So, do people still bake? I thought everybody owned air fryers at this point. What the fuck are people doing baking? Bacon is only acceptable when making cakes or bread. Outside of that, stop that bacon shit. The only bacon I'm interested in doing has to do with drugs. Nothing like a good clam break to bring out the paranoia. Everyone thinks they can bake, but my Facebook news feed determined that is a fucking lie. I'm not a baker. If baking was an art, I'd be Picasso. Not because I've mastered the craft, but because everything would be everywhere and it would taste like paint. That's all I got. This shit, I'm sorry. It's bad. Go ahead, Elizabeth.
You know, when I bake, it's more of a Jackson Pollock because I'm not good at baking and I just have diarrhea after. Yeah.
It was tough. I thought bacon. It was tough for me, man. On that short notice, anyway.
Yeah.
Brandon.
Yeah, I like the Picasso one. You could also do Salvador Dali, right? Is that where like all the food's melted. Or if you're doing the Picasso one, figure out, I don't know, he was an impressionist. I don't know. Figure out what his category was, because I think that might be funny where you're like the food
abstract with it, like he did like all the bullshit just everywhere. That's what I was saying. The bacon, like, like because it would be shit would be everywhere and it would taste like fucking paint.
It tastes like paint. Yeah. I really like that joke. And then bacon with drugs is funny because then you got half baked. So I was thinking of half baked, wake and bake. And then you said, even baking soda, bacon or something like that. You're like, I didn't know I had to go to culinary school to do drugs or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, bacon's hard.
Yeah,
my mind as a stoner goes straight to smoking weed. I'm like, I got some other day.
Weird. All right, Serena.
Oh, Brandon, we can't do shows together. That's where I went to. I'm like, oh, half baked, and I'm like, oh, and then you could like bake the baked good, like I was like all cookied out, like, and then Cookie Monster. I don't know. That's where I was going. I'm like, oh, you're gonna have some fun. I should have brought some. Actually, I just have liquid gold. Anyway, yeah. You can get baked on oil.
Serena, where'd you say you was at?
Oh, I'm very proudly Canadian. I'm Calgary. Oh, well, no, I'm in Drayton Valley right now. I used to be Calgary.
Cool.
Yeah, I like wake and bake, more like wake and reheat. I don't know.
I like it.
I would, even if you did, like, if I, like the other day, like I was baking, but I was like so baked. I was half baked or something. I don't know. Playing around, but drugs. Always fun.
We ready to do our own stuff here? We're going to let Elizabeth have the floor, and we're going to go right around. I'm going to give you guys an introduction this time and do your own original stuff. You got 3 to 5 minutes. So coming to us from Hoboken, New Jersey is Elizabeth Lopez.
Yeah. So I gave birth once. Are you guys surprised? Because I was too. She wasn't planned. Yeah. Other moms are always surprised to see me too. I would see them get that far away, look in their eyes, like they're trying to figure out what episode of 16 and Pregnant they saw me on. If you're a fan, I always say the Janelle season, and then I keep it moving. Yeah. I had my daughter when I was 24. Don't do that. No. Be like Janet Jackson and have your first kid when you're 50. Okay? Because she had 50 years to enjoy that nasty little body of hers. Or better yet, be like Michael Jackson and pay someone else to have your kids. Because I'm 33 now, and when I'm naked, I look like the Crypt Keeper. In fact, yeah. Now when me and my husband get down to business, it sounds like someone is just kneading dough by the bed, just. Yes. Sometimes I put Cupcake Wars on the TV so he doesn't realize that the noise is actually coming from me. Yeah. And yeah, it's just a mess. But you know, it's true what they say. Parenting's hard. And I can't believe that I have 10 more years of the shit left. Unless I get lucky with the teen pregnancy, you know, because that's not allowed in my house. No, you're pregnant, you're out. So I'm trying to get my daughter pregnant, guys. I mean, not now. She's 8. I'm gonna wait until she's at least 11. It's like a real shit age. I'm whispering because she's in the next room. But in the meantime, I'm trying to brainwash her. Like, we watch Teen Mom together. And then I make comments like, isn't it cool that the mom and the kids go to the same school? You know who thinks it's cool? That little HOE I gave birth to. Yeah. That's all I got. Thanks, guys.
Great. I like the do you know what condoms are? No. Good. Like, I like the fact that you're just like gaslighting your daughter into getting pregnant. I think this is gang stalking. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I really like the perspective of a bit, or you know, your material coming from a mom that just doesn't want her kid. Like, you're just trying to. I just loved everything about it. Everything that you talked about, I thought was great. The more you tell that and you come up with little things, the sharper that's going to get. But that's a really good bit coming from your perspective. Yeah, I don't want to say too much. That was great.
Thanks.
Serena?
Yeah, I like when you get into your cadence, you know, and you get this kind of little glint in your eye, because like it's like, oh, this is a joke. I like this one. I like that. I would tell you to go and work on that. I was sitting there when you were saying, like, when my husband and I get down to business, he becomes a baker. I'm like his dough. Business become a profession. I don't know.
I like that.
And then, because I like Tig, when you say, unless I get lucky and he dies, like you're talking about your child, because you have a girl, I would make it a boy in the joke. I would be like, unless, because your daughter, like, you never want that to come back. But if you like, unless I get lucky and he dies, you know, so it's dark, but that's just my humor, maybe. But that's where I'm throwing that one. That's what I wrote.
I like it.
So I thought you had potential for a couple really good punchlines. I thought that were kind of not taken. One time you said something about you know, now when you take clothes off, you look like the Crypt Keeper. And I don't know if you're into self-deprecating humor, but I think that shit's funny. Yeah. But if you said I look like the Crypt Keeper, but you know, with a worse haircut, you know, because obviously your haircut's something that stands out about you, and not that you hate it, but it's still funny. Like, then you said that, you know, being a parent's hard, and then I think you should have this realization. I was like, wait, parenting's not hard. My kid's just a fucking moron, you know. Like, that's the problem. Parenting's not hard. And you talked about her getting pregnant. You know, not now. She's 8 years old, and I live in New Jersey, not Tennessee. So I think it's a chance to take a shot at it. You know, it's low hanging fruit, but I think it's funny too.
Nice. Thanks.
The Facebook comments are coming in still yet. Jim Music says the Doe 6 sounds were funny, and Jim Music says trying to get your daughter pregnant was a fun turn. Absolutely. So nice job for you, Elizabeth. And we're coming to the stage now is Brandon Williams from Kansas City, Kansas.
That's right, not Missouri. Fuck that place. Kansas,
yeah, it's so
side. I'm just kidding. I love all sides of Kansas City. let's see. I'm gonna go through some things. These are all ones I just wrote recently. I can't wait to get home and smoke. Oh yeah. Okay, so I get after this. I can't wait to stay home and smoke some weed. I just let's see. Problem isn't the right word. More like a crippling dependency. I have to smoke weed before I go anywhere. Family birthday parties, this show, the bathroom. Hey, Brendan, we got 15 minutes until we leave your niece's birth. Are you ready? Not yet. Let's see. I don't know. Oh, I heard Mormons believe when you die, you get your own planet. Well, then whose planet am I on? Why is my life so shitty? What did I ever do to you, Elijah? Let's see. I don't know how this is supposed to work. I can't remember last time, but I'm just going to read through some jokes and then maybe you guys can help me out, if that's okay.
Sure.
I was talking to my girlfriend the other day and I was like, did you know Quentin Tarantino knows a lot about stand-up comedy? And she goes, shouldn't he be out making movies? I was like, yeah, he does. But he also likes comedy. And she was like, you don't even know any of his movies. Name one of his movies. I said, Reservoir Dogs. And she goes, oh, yeah, that's that movie about skateboarding, right? No, that's Lords of Dogtown. She goes, oh, yeah, Reservoir Dogs. Is it French? My favorite Quentin Tarantino movie is his next one. Let's see. That's it. That's all I'll do. Those are recent ones I've written. So let's go with those. How about that?
Good.
Thank you.
So, go ahead. Sorry, I'm sorry about to jump the line here.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no. I really like I imagine when you're on stage, you probably, like you move around a little bit. Like I like the act out. Like, what did I ever do, Elijah? I did a tag. Like I'd be like, this joke has been brought to you by mental health awareness or something. You switch around. That's what I wrote. I can't read what I was writing. Also, I'm left-handed. It happens. Sorry.
Well, great.
Okay, cool. So I wrote down just two things. I thought the Elijah joke was funny, but I would change it. I would make it somebody that has nothing to do with anything. Like, what did I do to you, Ving Rhames? Like, curse you, Ving Rhames, or something. Like way off the wall. You know what I'm saying?
Ving Rhames' world. That's so funny.
Snack food.
And like your girlfriend didn't know Reservoir Dogs was, what she thought it was Lords of Dogtown or whatever.
Yeah.
And she asked, like, is it the skateboarding movie? Absolutely, honey. You look pretty today. Let's go. Just like, totally dismissed. Like, fuck it. There's no reason for me to waste my time trying to explain to her this, but you look pretty, baby. Let's go.
And that's why I love you.
And that's all I got. That's the two things I wrote down.
Thank you, JD.
Or, aw, no.
Elizabeth?
Close.
Oh man. Well, I like how simple of a concept it is. Like, oh, Quentin Tarantino likes comedy, and then there's so much that you can do with it. I mean, the one thing that I think of is like, oh, I can tell he likes comedy because all his movies are 5 fucking hours long.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
But I don't know, I thought it was cool.
How dare you speak down on Quentin Tarantino?
So Jim Brooke, the ready not yet was a good line, so I agree.
Yeah.
So good job, well done. Now coming to the stage from somewhere in Canada, I can't remember what you said. I apologize. Is Serena?
I tried some newer sort of weird shit. I don't know, I put up my arms, but last year was tough on on everybody, and I was no exception. I lost my job, I lost my house, I lost my boyfriend. I call that my COVID country song. During COVID, I actually was trying to learn to play guitar just so I could put it to music. That would be always fun, but it wasn't all bad. I got to spend a lot of time by myself, so we really got to know each other. All of us. Under one roof, so to speak. I moved to this shithole. But there are always bright sides of other things, right? So there's a lot of wildlife. So I learned there's a lot of deer, for example, and they run like 3 to 5 miles. That's 4 to 6 kilometers like every day. And I don't know what they do during the day, but the commute's not bad. They work remotely. I rent a room now in someone's house, you know, and obviously, if you tell from the background, we're renovating, or no, this is just the room that I rent. I have made a room because I have curtains or just sheets hanging up behind me. But he's really nice guy. He's really like a girl when you look in the bathroom, because he's got so much stuff in the bathroom. Like there's like his stuff and then my stuff, and it's kind of weird. And he's got a lot of different stuff and a lot of moisturizers and stuff. So I'm starting to think I'm with the guy from Silence of the Lambs. And but it's not too bad because he has like 2 toothbrushes, which I kind of excited. So when he went off for work, there was only one that was left. I was so relieved because I've been cleaning the toilet with the right one. I just hope he comes back soon. I don't know. That's what I wrote today. Is that good? Good enough for me.
So I just wrote the 2 small things. You know, like he had a lot of things in the bathroom, and for some reason he has pink razors, and I don't understand why. The other time you said the guy from Silence of the Lambs, I think it'd be funnier if you used like
His name.
his name was Buffalo Bill in the movie, but if you did like Buffalo Bob, like he's kind of like he's got the lotion, but he ain't that fucking psychotic, so he's Buffalo Bob instead of Buffalo Bill. You know, like I don't know. I think it's funner. I think Buffalo Bob's like lot funner than Buffalo Bill. That's one of the things I wrote down.
Thank you.
Elizabeth.
I also like the Silence of the Lambs line. I think you can really like hit on like how feminine like they both were by talking about like the mangina scene. Like just bring some mangina into it. That's all.
Every comedy set, that's a rule for every comedy set. You can bring more mangina.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Was you done, Elizabeth? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. That's all I got.
Brandon.
What if you maybe thought about if you guys were on House Hunters, he'd be like, so I just need a nice bathroom. I need 3 bedrooms, a large backyard. He's like, I need a good sized bathroom. And then like you're in there, and he's like, I don't know about this sink. Do we have a his and hers? And then you're like, yeah, your wife's she's gonna love this. And he's gonna be like, okay. But it's like for all his shit. I don't know.
Is this closet big enough for all my lotion?
yeah. And yeah, I like JD's idea. Another idea, just to fucking throw it out there, would be what if you went the route of what is this? The guy from Silence of the Lambs. I mean, his name is Bill, and he's from Buffalo. Like, I don't. That's who he's been dating. I don't know. And then that's all I had.
All right, cool.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm up. I'm going to do a lot of new stuff. I'm going to do a couple of old jokes. I'm trying to build like around them, so we'll see how it goes. And I got one part of it here that is actually from one of these workshops. I kind of felt like I stumbled on something. We'll try to make it work. So here we go. My name is JD. It's not going to take you long to recognize and see that I've got an accent. Y'all know you can hear it. It's fine. Let me dispel the rumors. I know I'm from the sticks, but I can read. I wear shoes, and I don't fuck my sister. No, I'm kidding. I fuck my sister. My favorite part of that whole joke is I don't even have a sister, just a very nervous younger brother. So I've been doing some dating. And it's crazy out there, dating world, right? You know, with a single guy in your 40s and you're out dating. I dated a lady. I'm going through new experiences. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just do it. She wanted to have a celebrity list. You all know what a celebrity list is? It's where you can, you know, if you run into a celebrity, this certain celebrity, you get a pass. You're allowed to sleep with them. And so you had 3 people apiece. I said, all right, baby, who you want? She said, give me Richard Gere, John Stamos, and Jason Momoa. And I said, same. Because look, I'm not gay, I'm not bisexual, but I'd fuck all 3 of those dudes. Like Richard Gere, you know, he's got the complete look, the officer and gentleman look, or the primal fear guy. I'd fuck both of those guys. Who wouldn't fuck Uncle Jesse? Raise your hand. That's right. Nobody would. Everybody would fuck Uncle Jesse. And Jason Momoa, this is a guy who grew up and he didn't like people because they only liked him because of the way he looked. Hey, fuck you, Jason Momoa. Why don't you grow up and have some real problems? But Jason Momoa's so good looking, he could make anything look good. Like that dude could get laid driving a Prius. You know what I'm saying? I think Jason Momoa's so good looking, he can make Renaissance fairs look interesting. You know what I'm saying? I think that guy shows up to a Renaissance fair, they're getting overrun. Have you ever been to a Renaissance fair? This seems like a lot of fun to me. Like I would definitely go to a Renaissance fair, but I don't own a fanny pack, so I don't know if I'm allowed to go or not. But they do a lot of LARPing at Renaissance fair. Why do they take if I say it, me and my girlfriend are going to role play in the bedroom, it sounds awesome. But if I say I'm going to go LARPing, it sounds like the fucking weirdest thing in the whole world to me. But what I love the best is the people who play fantasy football making fun of the people who do Dungeons and Dragons and these Renaissance fairs. Like, bro, Dungeons and Dragons has Dungeons and Dragons and elves and dwarves and all these mystical creatures, and you think you drafted Tom Brady in the 3rd round? Motherfucker, you work at Dunkin' Donuts. You didn't draft Tom Brady. No offense if you work at Dunkin' Donuts, but Tom Brady makes more money than God, and you didn't fucking draft him. And that's all I got. All right, Elizabeth, fire away.
I really liked the nervous brother joke. I didn't know it was going to go there at all. It was such a misdirect. And I just liked how you were playfully calling yourself gay. Especially coming. Oh, sorry if you hear sirens right now.
Yeah.
That's how we do in Jersey.
Right.
Cutting bitches up, But what was I saying? Oh yeah, coming from you because you just seem like such a man's man, and you're just like, whatever, I'm gay. I totally fuck that dude. Like, who wouldn't? So I thought it was great.
Thank you, Brandon.
Yeah, I like. What if maybe you tried it where the first? Okay, so you have Richard Gere. Wait, what's his name? Richard Gere. That guy, Dick Greer, Richard Gere, and John Stamos. You're saying I'd fuck them, right? But then when you get to Jason Momoa, you'd be like, he can fuck me.
Yes, but Jason Momoa's so good looking, he can fuck me.
Yeah, he can fuck. Trust me, he can fuck me. And then I love the concept of comparing fantasy football to D&D or Magic the Gathering or something.
Yeah.
They're talking about I got to use 8 mana and combo this card spell with this other card spell, and then figure out what the geeky terms are for it, and then be like, that's the same thing. You're like, hey, if I team Brady up with fucking Julio Jones, and then I bring in the kicker for Miami,
you're the same exact people.
Fuck you, Eric, in accounting. Just it's the same shit. And that's all I had.
Thank you, Serena.
Yeah, the celebrity list, I really liked the D&D reference too. I was enjoying that. But the celebrity list, when you were comparing that, it's a good time to go. You could, if you move it around, you can call back and you said, well, when you say same, and you go, and now my brother's really nervous.
Oh, yes, I like it.
Yeah, great line, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's all I wrote.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. All right, cool. I think this will be a wrap, guys. This is the fastest workshop I've ever done, bar none.
Yeah, I had a great
time. Yeah, I did too. So I'm gonna give everybody a chance to go around, and if you got shows coming up, if you have social media you want to plug, all that stuff, then you can fire away. Elizabeth, rock and roll.
Hey guys, you can follow me on Instagram at ELO Comedy, ELO Comedy. I'm also on Twitter. I believe that one's E Lopez Comedy. That's
nice.
What I got.
Cool. Awesome. Brandon?
Yeah, I'm Brandon Williams, comic out of Kansas City, Kansas, and I co-host the podcast every Friday called Inebriated Instigators with Joshua Lynch. He's been on here a couple times, and I'll just promote that and tell everybody to go check out the website where you can listen on Spotify and Apple Music and watch past videos and watch live videos every Friday. It's www.inebriatedinstigators.com.
Cool. Serena?
Nice. I'm Serena Shane. I'm outside of somewhere in Alberta. I'm sure it's changing as I speak. But I'm going to be part of the Edmonton Comedy Festival in the fall. And there's an amazing lineup that's coming up. And none of the jokes you heard today will be on there. So, love for you guys to go and check that out.
Yeah.
That's
I'm Jason Dameron. You see me as JD on here. You guys can follow me on Facebook. On Instagram, I'm JD Comedy and Drinking, I think, or something like that. But my big platform is my podcast. It's Just Add Bourbon Podcast. We do a lot of pop culture. I do some jokes on there sometimes. We do a lot of politics. Got a couple of right-wing guys. I'm the left-wing guy on there, just for the balance of it, which is probably surprising to you, Elizabeth. Me looking like the Trump supporter that I'm not. But Just That Bourbon Podcast. We do it every Sunday at 6, and if you guys want to check it out, we'd appreciate the support. Drop all these links in our group chat, guys. And from the Comedy Workshop, thank you all for coming in. Thank you for your punch, your lines, and your feedback and all that stuff. Jim, appreciate your comments in the Facebook. Off from Facebook. Let me show some of these real quick. First, I fucked my first cousin 3 to go. Nervous brother is really strong. Jason Momoa tag is gold, and great set, guys. Very funny. We appreciate you all watching, Jim, and appreciate everybody that's here tonight with us. And come back again tomorrow and watch episode 406.
Yeah, great job, Jason. Nice to meet you.
Appreciate it.
Have
Nice
a
meeting you
wonderful
all. See you guys.
All right.